AKA Powders, welcome back to that 9 o'clock fire, the second drop of our... Well, come on, we're still figuring out our schedule. We're still projecting 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. drops for AKA Pad 69, and that's me. I'm your host. Welcome to the channel. Guys, we're talking Mark Brooks. I'm going to put it up right here. So, on the Insta, I believe, I saw it. It just came on my feed. He goes, just posting this image for no reason at all. Purposely agitating. Now, a lot of people might say, it's the Last Supper. Who cares? It's he drew the X-Men in their worst era in comic book history, by the way. But he draws all the X-Men as Da Vinci's Last Supper. And in no way should you be upset by that. Because the people that are upset by this, well, they're bad people. Let me make a point. Someone just gave me this. I'm not, like, no joke, a day ago. These are 1988 applause, about, what, 18-inch figures. These were, like, high-end back in the day, and they made 4 of these. Superman, Batman, Robin, and Joker. I always wanted the Joker one. But we see we have an S there. See, a lot of athletes wear, like, the Superman shirt, right? A lot of you wear the Superman shirt. A lot of athletes get Superman tattoos. And you're like, why do we have the Superman tattoo? Now, there's one athlete that earned it, and that's Shaq. Because the NBA couldn't officiate Shaq. They had to change the rules. They had to let teams get away with a lot of BS. Shaq should have been an 8-title champion if they called the game the way they should have. Okay, anyone that knows NBA history, agree with me. And I know a lot of you guys are comic book pop culture folks. But Shaq's the only one. Because he also put his money where his mouth was. He was relatively in a Superman franchise movie, but still. So he's living both, right? Well, I believe as an illustrator, not an artist, commercial, right? All of it. There's some images that should not get recreated at all. There's some images that are sacred cows that should just be preserved. Now, we talk a lot about this when it comes to continuity, what happens with the characters, things that are out of characters. We saw a lot of this in, for example, like Nick Fury, Secret Invasion, where we sat down, watched Nick Fury spy thriller, and throughout the entire series, the Nick Fury that we saw in all the other movies leading into that, it just seemed the opposite. And we're just disinterested. There's something to sacred cows, and we have to honor it. Now, when it comes to art history and the meaning of some of this art, and yes, it has meaning, and it's not objective, subjective. It's none of that. Good is good. Great is great. Da Vinci, proportionally, is the greatest painter of all time. I mean, he's got like 20 pieces, okay? And look at his fame from 20 pieces. It's insane, his longevity. Now, we can argue about who's greater during the era. Sure, like, he's not the best during his era, but the way that his work has endured, people, it's a sacred cow. So why would any artist rip that off? It's not paying homage, you're just ripping it off. You're an artist, you have a blank piece of paper. It's you, your creativity, the imagination, and your craftsmanship. And what can you execute? Okay, and you just choose to rip something off. That's the larger issue. Now, Mark Brooks has chosen to purposely agitate. Purposely. Unprovoked. I'm not saying that there's victims involved, but I'm saying there's a side that wants to pretend that they're always innocent. And there's another side that wants to pretend that they always have their backs up against the wall. Mark Brooks is making his side look bad and the other side look correct. And that's it. Well, guys, how about that 9 o'clock heat? Okay, let's get to it. Subscribe, support, leave a comment, give me a kick.